Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave division rivals stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If there's one thing the NFL has shown us over the years, it's that the landscape can shift in a heartbeat. And right now, there's some serious buzz about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC North and give the Green Bay Packers an even bigger edge heading into the next season. Rumors are swirling that the Denver Broncos, currently in a bit of a transitional phase at quarterback and looking to retool their roster, are eyeing a move that could see Patrick Surtain donning the green and gold. Yes, you heard that right. Surtain, one of the premier young cornerbacks in the league, could be on his way to Lambeau Field, and if this deal goes down, it might just be one of the most impactful moves for the Packers in recent memory. So why all the buzz about Surtain? Well, for starters, he's coming off an impressive 2025 campaign where he was lights out on the field. Surtain has proven that he's a true lockdown corner, someone who can effectively neutralize the top receivers and make life miserable for quarterbacks trying to pick apart defenses. In 11 games this season, he racked up 26 solo tackles and 4 pass defenses, despite missing 3 games due to injury. His PFF grade sits at an elite 90. 2, which puts him among the best at his position in the entire league. And those numbers aren't just fluff, they translate to real impact on the field. He's allowed receptions at a rate of 45%, with an EPA per target of -0.25, meaning quarterbacks don't want to throw his way. His separation stats are also impressive, just 1.4 yards, making it incredibly tough for WRs to get open against him. Surtain's career stats are equally eye-opening. Over 76 games, he's accumulated 198 tackles, 12 interceptions, and forced 2 fumbles. His missed tackle rate is a solid 5.2%, showing he's reliable in coverage and in run support. And let's not forget that in Week 1 this season, he was already making an impact with 2 pass defenses against the Chiefs, showcasing his ability to step up early in the season. Even with injuries like a shoulder issue in Week 7, Surtain's performance remains consistently top tier. The comparison to players like Stephon Gilmore in 2019 isn't far-fetched. He's that kind of game-changer when healthy, and the Packers could really use that kind of lockdown corner to bolster their secondary. Now, let's talk about what this move could mean for the Packers. Currently, Green Bay's secondary ranks 14th in the league with a PFF grade of 75.4, allowing around 210 yards per game through the air. While that's decent, it's not championship caliber, especially against the top-tier offenses in the NFC. Adding Surtain to a secondary already featuring Jaire Alexander, who's been solid all season, could turn the unit into one of the league's best. Imagine a secondary with Surtain and Alexander locking down the WR1s across from them. It would be a nightmare for quarterbacks, making big plays much harder to come by and reducing the number of explosive passes against Green Bay's defense. The impact isn't just about shutting down receivers. Surtain's presence would elevate the entire unit's confidence and versatility. With the Packers fighting for a playoff spot, having a corner who can shut down elite WRs like Justin Jefferson or Stefon Diggs could be the difference-maker in critical late-season games. And considering the team's current trajectory, 9-3-1, adding a player of Surtain's caliber could push the Packers from a good team to a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Let's also consider the bigger picture here. The Broncos, with a 7-7 record, are in cap trouble, currently running with around $2.7 million in cap space, and allowing 220 yards per game through the air. Surtain's contract is a hefty $22 million per year, which makes the Broncos cautious about holding on to him long-term, especially if they're prioritizing cap space and a rebuild. Rumors suggest they're open to trading him for draft picks and some young defensive talent, with a focus on bolstering their offense. This kind of move makes sense for Denver. They're in a rebuild mode, and flipping Surtain for multiple picks could help accelerate that process. For the Packers, acquiring Surtain could be viewed as not just a defensive upgrade but a strategic move to establish a true secondary anchor. His addition could be the final piece that transforms Green Bay's defense into a top-tier unit, capable of shutting down the league's best offenses and giving their offense more room to operate. Remember, this isn't just about stopping WR1s. It's about imposing a physical, mental edge on opponents, making them think twice before throwing into Green Bay's secondary. Now, you might be asking, how exactly would Certain fit into the Packers' system? Well, he's a perfect fit for their zone-heavy coverage schemes and can also lock down man-to-man when needed. His ability to read plays and close on the ball could give the Packers a significant advantage in high-stakes playoff games. Plus, his presence would put pressure on other teams to double-team Alexander, opening up opportunities for other defenders to make plays. It's a domino effect that could elevate the entire defense. On the offensive side, Green Bay's offense is humming along with Jordan Love leading the charge. But to truly contend for another Super Bowl, they need that defense to be elite, something that Certain could help solidify. His addition would be a statement that the Packers are serious about competing at the highest level, especially with a roster that's already showing promise. And if the trade pushes the Packers to the top of the NFC, it could set up a showdown that fans have been dreaming of. An NFC championship battle featuring Green Bay's revamped secondary going head-to-head with the league's best offenses. Looking ahead, the betting odds for the Super Bowl are already in the Packers' favor at plus 800. But if this move happens, those odds could shrink even further, maybe to plus 500 or better. Certain's presence in the playoffs could be the X factor that pushes Green Bay over the edge, allowing them to shut down star receivers like Kupp and disrupt other potent offenses. Imagine a defense that can consistently force turnovers, limit big plays, and make life miserable for opponents. This is exactly what Certain brings to the table. Of course, nothing is certain until the trade actually happens, but the signs are pointing in that direction. The Packers are always looking to strengthen their roster, and with a potential window opening for a deep playoff run, making a move for a player like Certain makes strategic sense. It's reminiscent of the kind of bold moves teams like the Rams made in 2019 with Jalen Ramsey, elevating their secondary and making a Super Bowl push. If Green Bay pulls this off, it could be the start of a new era, one defined by a lockdown secondary that dominates the league. In conclusion, this trade possibility isn't just about acquiring a talented cornerback. It's about reshaping the identity of the Packers' defense and setting the stage for a sustained championship run. Certain's addition could be the final piece that seals a dynasty of cold-weather shutouts and playoff success. It's a move that would send shockwaves through the league and remind everyone that Green Bay is still a force to be reckoned with. As fans, we should be excited about the prospect of watching this defense grow even stronger, and we can only hope that the front office pulls the trigger on what could be a historic move. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Certain would be the perfect fit for our secondary? Are you excited about the possibility of seeing him in green and gold? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. The offseason is heating up, and we're here to bring you every twist, turn, and big move. Thanks for riding along, and as always, Geo Pack Geo.